This is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Monday. This is Devils After Dark, coming to you live from the Primetime Radio studios here in beautiful New Jersey and Beverly Hills, California. And with our good friends at American Whiskey in the downtown area, in the heart of Newark, New Jersey, where the Prudential Center is. It's American Whiskey, 51 Edison Place. I'm rusty.
It's
just like the
Hey,
Devils.
Everyone's rusty. It's been
rusty.
a little lag over here. Come on.
Yeah. Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network as the Devils, the overtime warriors they are, beat the Vancouver Canucks 5-4 in overtime. Scotty, Jack, and Bratt, and Palat coming together. Just amazing.
Big game today.
Just amazing
man.
how they pulled it off. I mean, they didn't have all of it today, but they had just enough to pull out this victory.
Very big game today. After the old All-Star break, we are back. We're back, baby. Just like George Costanza. Someone's cheersing us over there on the TV screen. What's up, everybody at American Whiskey? YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch. It is Devils After Dark here on the Let's Go Devils podcast network. Now, don't spill that Guinness on the camera or on the TV. All right there, bud? But we do love a nice Guinness every now and then. Oh, yeah. That's what we're talking about. Don't forget to tip your bartenders. There's our girl Peyton serving up the adult beverages right now. Love to see it. Frank the Tank, Alejandra. Who's the other? Was it Dennis? Who are the other bartenders? I always forget. I get to like three or four names, and then I start forgetting.
Yeah.
Peyton's our girl, though. So
Yeah.
make sure you take care of Peyton and Alejandra and everyone else is there. Dude with the Guinness, there you go. Starting to put him back. Seeing that Guinness go down, down, down. That's what we're talking about. Woo! Give me 2 claps and a Ric Flair, Sam Woo.
Woo!
There we go. Big OT winner for your New Jersey Hockey Devils today, back after the All-Star break, our bye week. We had our bye week as the All-Star game was going on, and we're back with game number 50 here on this Monday night. Vitek Vanacek in net. Not my personal favorite uniforms on there. Would love to see the old red at home, but hey, we got those jerseys on tonight. John Marino's back in the lineup, and how about a big shout for our girl, Erica Wachter, back from maternity leave on the pregame show and on the intermission reports. Good to see Erica. Congratulations once again to her and her hubby having a beautiful baby girl. Saw her all dressed up there in a very large Devils jersey, which she will have plenty of time to grow into. Yes, Sam Woo, what's going on?
Her hubby's name is Sam as well. Just saying.
Oh, there you go. So yeah. Sam and Erica.
No relations. No relations.
No relations. So, congratulations to them. And I want to give a shout, actually, to my old neighbors back in Jersey where I grew up. Their grandson, Justin Madison, was out on the ice tonight. He plays goal. He's heading up to Canada, an old traveling tournament league for the old ice hockey, and I know they were all thrilled. They were at the game. If anyone that was ever growing up near Bound Brook, New Jersey, my neighbor, Tony, he had Tony's Pizza right across the street from the old Brook Theater, from that little coffee house. What was that? I can't remember the name of that coffee house. It turned into a venue. My band used to play shows there all the time back in the day. And then his wife, Maria, had Cafe Maria right next door. Oh, man, that Italian food. Oh, the chicken parm, the salt and bocca. Oh, man, it would just literally melt in your mouth. It was so damn good. Miss all them, but they are very, very proud of the grandson playing goaltender. Justin Madison, congratulations to you, my friend, and good luck in the tourney, heading up there to Canada. He skated out with the team, so he was definitely thrilled. So back from the All-Star break, let's talk about this game. Sam Wu's other best friend, if you don't know, Rick Tocchet, now the coach of the Vancouver Canucks. So he came to town, and the Devils looking a little rusty there in the first period after the All-Star break, which is probably to be expected there after a week off, out of your groove a little bit. And the Canucks came out and they actually took a page out of the Devils playbook with a couple. This wasn't the first time this happened in this game, or it wasn't the last time it happened in this game. It was the first time. A long stretch pass from the defensive zone out and breaks the forward. We usually see Dougie Hamilton putting these on there to Jack Hughes or Nico Hischier or Jesper Bratt. But this time, who was it? It was our buddy Luke Schenn, who his force, his power might look pretty good on that blue line in a Devils uniform. But Luke Schenn springs Kuzmenko for his 22nd of the year, only 3:35 into the first period. Snapshot there. I mean, it was a wicked shot, I got to say, but it was very reminiscent of many goals we've seen our New Jersey Devils score over the course of this year. And then the Devils, kind of slow in that first period. They ended up picking it up a little bit. They kicked it into gear, and eventually your all-star, your superstar, your MVP, Jack Hughes comes through 86 all over again with his 34th goal of the year at 17:48 of the first period. And how did it happen? A long stretch pass from Dougie Hamilton, who had a little shaky game over there. Dougie got beat a couple times on the old defensive side. It didn't look too good. Actually, on the first one as well, Kuzmenko, that's who he beat rushing in. He put a nice little move there on Dougie. Made him look a little silly there. Didn't make him look like a $9 million player, I will say that. But Dougie tries to make amends later on in that period. Long stretch pass over to Fabian Zetterlund, who puts a great tip on the pass, just kind of shoveling it over to the side where Jack Hughes is breaking. He's able to get around the defense, and then he cuts across the goaltender. What was his name? Delia, and he stretches him out, and he's able to put that backhander around him for his 34th goal of the season. What a play by the all-star Jack Hughes. 1-1, tied it up right there. Zetterlund gets his 11th assist. Dougie Hamilton gets his 34th assist on the year. And man, I got to say, at the beginning of the year, our good friend Billy Dean from Hockey on Tap came on, and he gave us an over-under. He said, Dougie Hamilton, 55 points, over and under. And I said under. Listen, don't like some of the defensive miscues, but love the offensive output from Dougie Hamilton, and I love that he's proving me wrong with my under prediction. Dougie Hamilton, his 34th assist there on that Jack Hughes goal. Moving into the second period, Jesper Bratt had himself a nice opportunity on a breakaway, just couldn't slide it home past the goaltender 5-hole style, and the puck was trickling right by the skate of Delia. You thought he was sliding back towards the goal line as well, and you're like, is it going to go in? But no, he stops just before the goal line, staying tied 1-1, and then Vitek Vanacek, John Marino back in the lineup, a little rusty there. He got beat pinching, and Pettersson, Elias Pettersson, he had a good game as well. He took a straight-up breakaway, and man, did he rip a shot off of the post. And I don't know if any of you caught this, okay? But when the shot hit the post, it ricocheted right back to him, and he put a rebound on Vanacek as well, which he made an incredible leg save on. I don't know if Captain Bill Spaulding or Dano really saw it, but if you catch the replay on that one, after the post, Vanacek had to make that save because the puck just poof right back there to Pettersson. So Vanacek, huge save there. And then we had the Fury, the hat trick Fury from the Devils. 3 goals in 50 seconds. I said that right. 3 goals in 50 seconds. At the second period, Ondrej Palat gets its start at 9:27 of the second period to put the Devils up 2-1. And who is it again? Dougie Hamilton. You get a face-off win from Nico Hischier. They move the puck around. Siegenthaler gets it over to Dougie, and I mean, he is crunched in the boards in a terrible angle shot. I don't know how he got this shot towards the net, but he found a way to do it, and who is standing there for a beaut? It was a beaut, kid. It was a beaut. A beaut of a deflection as the puck is going up. Palat hits it on the downside. Boom! Puck drops down, bounces right between the 5-hole of the goaltender. Ondrej Palat, his 5th goal of the season, to put the Devils up 2-1. On the deflection, Hamilton gets his 35th assist. Siegenthaler, good for Jonas over here, starting to rack up some points. Like to see that. His 13th assist of the season. And then, on the same shift, technically, because the same line stayed out there on the ice, 23 seconds later, Palat, unassisted, gets his 6th of the year. And the Devils were swarming at this point, man. Nico Hischier put a blast on net. The Delia got off of his glove. It just went off of his glove, went over the goal, around. Jesper Bratt got a nice opportunity as well. Eventually, Palat finds it, and he puts a snapshot home for his 6th of the season. All of a sudden, it's 3-1 Devils, and the Rock is exploding. Man, I was jumping off my couch here in California because I was so damn excited. Hello, everybody there at American Whiskey, waving to the TV screens. See yourselves there, getting down, getting funky with your Nico Hischier captain jersey. That's what's up. That's what's going on over there. Palat, his 6th goal of the season, unassisted, to put the Devils up 3-1. But are they done? Oh, no, they are not. Why? Because your superstar, your all-star, Jack Hughes says, I want another. 86 wants 2, and he wants his 2nd one right now. And we got to give a lot of credit here to Sam Wu's other best friend, Damon Severson, who made himself a hell of a pinch. Pretty deep pinch over there. He was far down in the boards, below the face-off dot, pinching in on this one, which is a dangerous play. That's how you can get beat for a breakaway going the other way on Vitek Vanacek. But he makes the play. He's able to get the puck over to Zetz, who kind of works his way to the nets there, real down low, and Jack Hughes is just on the wing coming in wide open. I mean, wide open. Zetterlund passes it across. Jack Hughes just taps that bad boy in for his 35th goal of the season. And man, the Rock was shaken at that point. I had to check the old Richter scale out here in California to make sure everything was okay. Because, man, it was pumping at the Rock. 3 goals in 50 seconds, Sam Wu. What an outburst from your New Jersey Hockey Devils. And Jack Hughes, your superstar. His 2nd goal of the game, 35th of the year. Zetterlund gets his 2nd assist, his 12th now, and then Severson gets the other assist, also his 12th on the season. And then we got to be careful because Damon Severson, he made a really good play over there, but what happened after that? He got slashed on the hand. Pretty bad. Damon Severson didn't play Didn't look too good there. I was concerned.
I was concerned
when
too.
that happened. He didn't play the last 5 or 6 minutes of the second period there. And that was a little worrisome. And the Canucks all of a sudden regained the momentum and got 2 late goals in that period. One from the big bruiser, Luke Schenn, who put a slap shot from the point home for his, his third of the season. And this was really a screen in front on Vanacek. I don't think he saw this puck at all coming at him. So good play there by the Canucks. And then Lazar somehow kind of, it was kind of like a 3-on-2, and the Devils were working the wings, and Lazar got open in the middle. And that's not a good recipe right there. It was Ekman Larson. Oh, no. I'm sorry. It was Stillman. Oh, yeah. Stillman. Chase's brother. Feeds Lazar in the center, and the Canucks getting scoring from people who don't usually score on their team. Schenn is third, and Lazar his second on the season. And all of a sudden, the Rock kind of shell-shocked. We didn't know what the hell was going on because we just had this 3-goal outburst in 50 seconds. But now all of a sudden, it's 4-3 again. And it's like, uh-oh, well, what's happening here? The Canucks got all of the momentum back. And we have to give some credit to new head coach Rick Tocchet, who laid into Vancouver on that bench after the 3 goals in 50 seconds. I mean, he was furious, as any coach would be when your team gives up that sort of scoring. That's sort of 3 goals like that. I can't think of the word that I'm looking for. Scoring something. Someone will figure something out. Give me something cool on YouTube to say. Scoring situation. How about that? No, it doesn't sound right. I'm moving on. Don't want to linger too much on that. Samu's got one.
Yeah, he was yelling at them for getting their asses whooped.
Yeah.
Just wanted to help
really
you out
was.
there. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. For that scoring drubbing that was going on over there that the Canucks were taking. So we move into the third period now. And again, Devils still looking a little rusty. They had their moments here and there. But Di Giuseppe, now another person, his first of the year, gets a goal at 6:02 of the third to tie it up. And you're like, whoa, what in the holy Hannah is going on here? Weren't we just up 4-1? And this is the Vancouver Canucks. Now, don't forget, even though they've been kind of they got some really good players over there. Kuzmenko's got 22 goals. JT Miller, he hasn't had the greatest year, but he's still JT Miller. Luke Schenn, he's not going to score a lot, but he's a defensive force. You got Quinn Hughes over there as well. You have some players, Ekman Larson as well. So you have some players that can really make some moves happen. And JT Miller, his 27th assist, and Ekman Larson, his 20th assist there on that goal from Di Giuseppe, who came in a second long stretch pass, which we're usually used to seeing the Devils pull off. That Vancouver Canucks do it twice to the Devs today. And they score both times. And Di Giuseppe, man, he roofed that bad boy. He wasn't leaving any chance for Vanacek on that one. I mean, that was just whizzing right by. So good shot by him, his first of the year. And now, what's going to go on here? Now you start thinking like, uh-oh, are the Devils going to blow this game? Is the rust going to show after the bye week? What's going to happen? Devils get a 5-on-3 power play after Nico Hischier just got clobbered by a cross check from behind that sent him, into the net. They unfortunately can't convert on it there. Vanacek ended up making a huge poke check save on a 3-on-2 mini break. And really, it was Vancouver with all the pressure on the ice and all the momentum in the last 5-6 minutes of the game. I was legitimately concerned that we were not going to get to overtime in this one. But the Devils, like winning teams do, somehow figure out a way to get that point, to get themselves into OT. And the magic that can happen in every OT when you have a Jack Hughes, when you have a Jesper Bratt, when you have a Nico Hischier, when you have a Dougie Hamilton. who's going out there shift after shift after shift. And we saw Jack playing defense in the OT, breaking up a 2-on-1, like seeing that from the All-Star. We saw Jack Hughes versus Quinn Hughes. Jack at the end of the shift, who was gassed. I don't remember who it was, put a shot, and it ricocheted around the boards for Vancouver. Put a shot on Vanacek, and it missed the net, ricocheted around the boards, and you saw Jack just take up off the side. You're like, oh, baby, here we go. Breakaway. But he was on like the end of a 2-minute shift over there, and Quinn was able to catch up with Jack and kind of break up the play, even though Jack did get a good shot on net there. It didn't get in, and then eventually we get a power play. Jack and Jesper Bratt wheeling and dealing, styling, profiling like Ric Flair out there on the ice. And eventually Jesper Bratt breaks free, and Kuzmenko just gets that stick right in the gut and hooks him down, because if he didn't, Jesper Bratt had that open pass right there to the net. And that could have been lights out for the Vancouver Canucks. We get a 4-on-3 power play, and boy, did we see the Devils move some puck. Some great movement around the ice, circling little mini cycles here and there, keeping the possession, and eventually Dougie and Jack line it up again. Dougie gets his 36th assist. Jack Hughes gets his 32nd assist as he passes the puck across ice to a wide open Jesper Bratt, who does the one-timer slam for the PPG GWG. Once again, OT winner, chicken parm dinner for the New Jersey Hockey Devils. What a blast for Jesper Bratt, his 20th of the year at 4:18 of the OT, and I said that correctly, a PPG GWG. Oh, Jack, you could do it? Oh, Dougie, you could do it? Well, Jesper wants to do it as well. He wants to get in on all that fun. What a win. A 17th comeback victory for your Devils, because don't forget, they were down 1-0 in the first period. 17th for the comeback kids. What a victory for your boys. And by the way, Jack Hughes with his 2 goals tonight, some people may say, this was a great stat that I saw come up. Thank you, Bill Spalding, for this one. Jack Hughes, or was it Bryce Salvador? I can't remember who had this one. Jack Hughes, 29 even strength goals on the season. It's not just power play. It's not just special teams. Jack Hughes can do it at even strength. That's our boy. That's a superstar. That gets the fans chanting MVP. And he deserves it right now. On his way. Let's all knock on wood or whatever we want to do. Barring any sort of injury or anything, this dude is on his way to being the first ever 50-goal scorer for this team. In its 40th year of existence, we are likely to get a 50-goal scorer finally, and possibly a 100-point player. Wow. What a game. This is what winning teams do, Sam Wu. When they don't have their A game, when they're a little rusty because they had a bye week against lower tier teams, they find a way to win. They don't let the points go. And that's what the Devils did tonight. Big victory for your boys. Love to hear what you think about it on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch. I see our girl Peyton over there at American Whiskey. Everyone having some celebratory beers. Put one up in the air for your all-star Jack Hughes and our boy Jesper Bratt for slamming that one-timer home and sending everybody home happy. Big victory to get this post-All-Star break action going, and I couldn't be more excited about it. Sam Wu, king of the football calls. Let's check in with you right now and see what you have to say about this game.
Well,
I'm sorry. I almost forgot. Sam, sorry. Before I don't mean to cut you off. Just want to let you know. 3 stars. Number 1, Jack Hughes, 3 points. Number 2, Palat, 2 goals. Number 3, Jesper Bratt. Probably could have been Dougie Hamilton, but it was Jesper Bratt. who deserves it as well. Hey, there we go. Is that Alejandro there? Shots on goal.
Nope. That's
not
her.
No. Who's that? I'm sorry.
I don't know her name.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But I've seen her before.
Okay. Well, we'll have to ask Peyton. We have to get all the names down there. Shots on goal in the first for the Devils. 13-8-9-4 for a total of 34. Just missed the raining pucks. The Slayer raining puck salute right there. We only do that when the Devils get 35. For the Canucks, 12-10-8 and a big fat bagel. A 0 in OT for a total of 30. Face-off percentage, Devils had the advantage, 57% to 43. Devils were 1 for 4 in the power play. The Canucks were 0 for 1. Hits, man, the Canucks were hitting tonight. And that's probably a sign of Mr. Rick Tocchet there. 33-15, Devils are out hit. 18 blocks for the Devils, 7 takeaways. Jackie Boy had a couple good ones there as well. 11 giveaways. Still don't like seeing those double-digit giveaways. But those are the stats on the game. Now, let's turn it over to the king of the football calls from the frozen tundra of New Jersey. Before Scotty's voice completely blows out here from his cold, Sam Woo.
Thanks, Scotty. I'll take it over from here. Hello, everybody at American Whiskey and YouTube Live and Facebook Live and Twitter Live. Everybody is happy right now with the Devils' victory. You know, I don't even know where to start. That a lot of these Devils players were enjoying themselves down in Mexico, just having a good time, relaxing, just rejuvenating while Jack is basically representing the New Jersey Devils at the All-Star game, and Jack was doing this and Jack was doing that, and then he comes back and seemed like Jack was doing a lot of the work, a lot of the heavy lifting for your New Jersey Devils. Little rust. So a lot of it was timing. John Marino coming back, you shouldn't expect him to be 100% because it takes time to get back in rhythm, get back in groove. But it's good to see him out on the ice. Concerns of mine, blowing leads. I know several of you have said that in the YouTube Live. I believe Daryl as well. It pains me to say, but we've already known this, that defense is an issue. And then I see a lot of the comments about, Timo, he will be the one that gets us over the top. But again, offense isn't the issue, people. It's the defense.
Yeah, it's the defense.
And it's the defense. And that guy on the other team who we've been talking about, Luke Shen, and we've been talking about his cap number, great value. He scored a goal tonight. He zeroed out a couple of the Devils players, including Jack Hughes. And I'll tell you, the value right now is you got to beef up the defense. Yes, I would love Timo Meier, but at what price? I never said I wouldn't want Timo Meier in New Jersey. I just said I'm over it because they're going to ask a lot, and I don't want the Devils to ship over a lot. I don't care about the cap space. You're going to pay a price for Timo Meier to be in New Jersey. It's plain and simple. But the Devils still have a lot of firepower. Jesper Bratt was scoring. Palat, good to see him not score but 1, but 2. What was it, 3 goals in 58 seconds? What was that?
3 goals in 50 seconds, Sam Lowe. Unbelievable. Palat, 2 goals on 1 shift.
Yeah.
2 goals on 1 shift.
Yeah. And it's a quick strike offense.
Yeah.
Again, as much as I want Timo just to shore up the top 6, but there is a need for defense. There's a need to have a stopper. And watching Luke Shen play tonight was a privilege because he's a very good player at that price, and he could I think he's definitely better than Brendan Smith. He definitely is. And I like Brendan Smith, but
I like Brendan Smith too. He hustles, but he's just
Luke Shen's an upgrade, and Brendan
Smith
plays his role very, very well. Okay. And going into the playoffs, when you deal with top 8 teams essentially in your conference, you need defense. You need the beef. We've been talking about beef for a very long time right now. Here's a good news. Remember 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, I was calling Jack Hughes Mr. Turnover? And, I was kind of making fun of him, like, hey, you know what? If he really works on his game, he could be a really good two-way player. I'll tell you what, tonight, he's the best all-around player on the New Jersey Devils right now. He may not have the size, but, man, does he have the skill to poke the puck away, cause turnovers, cause a disruption. And
Sam, he was playing better defense than Dougie tonight.
Well, yeah, I think anybody plays better defense than Dougie. I'm just being brutally honest here. I mean, Dougie, I like Dougie, but there are times he's a liability, and
he don't look like a $9 million defenseman at times. A lot of times, the offensive side does, but the defensive side, yee.
It's almost like he's disinterested in playing defense when he's
sometimes it does seem like that.
Yeah, it seems like it's like who needs? It's kind of like Ted Williams, back in the day playing baseball. Let's talk about hitting. Forget about the pitching and defense.
I'll tell you what, Sam Wu, if that first goal Kuzmenko scored, if that was a Kevin Ball or a Nikita Hoytuk, or maybe a Riley Walsh coming up or something like that, they would have found themselves probably on the bench for the rest of the period on that Kuzmenko goal in the first period.
Tell you what, benching Dougie Hamilton, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Because
he's just so damn good on the offensive side, though. Like, you want him out there because the threat of him with Hughes and Bratt and Nico is just, but he is, man, he is a defensive liability.
Think about this. Game 7 against the New York Rangers quarterfinals in the playoffs. Devils have the power play. With 1 minute to go in the third period. And Dougie Hamilton has the puck, and then he coughs it up. Rangers go the other way, and boom, they score. Our dreams are over. Defense is everything, Scotty. Defense is everything, and Dougie's got to work on it. Or at least not be such a liability back there, because again, sometimes the puck bounces off of his stick and then he falls or whatever. But again, enough about Dougie. Overall, I thought the Devils, they found a way to win. They should have beaten.
They found a way to win
the Vancouver Canucks, but credit the Canucks. Rick Tocchet is one of those. He's going to get every ounce of talent out of you every game. And
he's a good coach.
He's definitely a good coach. I liked how he played as a player. He was always hard nosed, and you know what? He's going to get. I think everybody's beefalytics on the Vancouver Canucks is going to go up a point. Because
it did tonight. It seemed like, man, they were hitting tonight, bro.
Yeah. Yep. But
it definitely looked like a different Vancouver team that we played. What, in October, whatever, or like the beginning of the season we played them, right? I can't even remember. Yeah. When did we annex Western Canada over there? I can't even remember when we did that. But we demolished them
in 2022.
And they looked like a completely different team. Tonight, and their physicality was definitely coming out, and that's Tocchet, man. That's Tocchet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I will say the Devils need to do better in their own zone. But Jack Hughes, what he has, 35 goals.
35 goals.
35 goals in 32
50 games.
Assists. And 32 assists. I don't know if you remember me telling you this, but I told Nick Villano this. He has the potential of being a 60-60 guy. But you know what? If he remains on a tear, the second half. Remember, Jack Hughes had a slow start to the season, points-wise. He had a slow start, but now he's so hot right now and confident. I mean, it doesn't matter how big you are. Your
Jack
opponents,
Hughes.
Jack Hughes will
So
find
hot
a way.
this year.
Yeah.
You know that movie?
No.
Zoolander. Come on. That Hansel. So hot this year. That Hughes.
Never heard of
So
it.
hot this year. What? You've never seen Zoolander? Come on.
I don't watch movies. I don't watch movies.
Geez, Sam Wu. Oh, man. Well, either way, Dougie's got to shore up that defense. Because if he's going to be out there playing, first pairing minutes, and listen, and Jonathan, you're right. I love his offensive side because he can score. And that's the thing. Like, Dougie giveth and Dougie taketh away at times, So he's really just got to shore up that defense. I've never seen him be this. Maybe I didn't watch him close enough, when he was with Boston and Carolina. But even last year, he didn't seem to be this much of a defensive liability. Like, every time he's back there, I'm just like, oh, boy. Oh, man, they're going to skate right through him, right by him. Like, he's going to fumble the puck. On the offensive side, everything just seems to be clicking for him. And that's fantastic. Love that. But is Siegs that level of defensive powerhouse that you can trust him to be that stay-at-home defenseman when Dougie's having so many breakdowns?
I would trust Luke Shen. I would. You need a stopper back there because he can play physical.
Daryl says to bench Dougie like he benches Severson at
You know what? Benchings work. Benchings are meant to make you a better player, not to punish you. It gets the point across. There's no harm in sitting in the press box, watching a couple games from a bird's eye view, taking what we call a timeout, a timeout, and seeing the play, seeing the mistakes that are out on the ice. And I'll tell you, Scotty,
ride the pine number 7.
Ride the pine.
Man.
I remember that term.
Oh, man.
Ride the pine. Oh.
Yes, Jonathan, we can all agree. Wu needs to watch some damn movies so he can get some of these references.
I'll watch any movie any day. I don't know. I just felt like going solo. I was trying to give Scotty a break for about a couple of seconds. Anyway. Never mind, Scotty. I was just trying to help you out there.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. Silence! That's right, Supernova. Watch Gladiator. No, Devil's Aces, I know we need, and Dave, we know we're talking, you're not going to bench your $9 million, defenseman over there. But some of these breakdowns they're getting too much. They're getting too much. He's got the offensive knack. We know that. But, this is a playoff team. And when you get to the playoffs, they're not going to be the Vancouver Canucks. There's not going to be, some of these second-tier teams that you can get away with some of this stuff on. So you really have to be careful. You really, really have to be careful with this. And if Dougie is going to be playing these big minutes, he's just got to shore up his defense a little bit more. We love the offensive game from him. Don't get me wrong. I love everything he brings over there. But, I'm telling you, that go back and watch that first Kuzmenko goal. If that was Ball or Ohuituk, they would have been on the bench for the rest of that period. So he's just got to shore that up a little bit. I don't know what's going on with him that he's become so just, Swiss cheese defense over there. But poor Siegs can only do so much.
Yeah.
And we've seen Gravy train with him as well, and it's kind of the same deal. But Gravy's good on that second pairing. Him and Marino, on that second pairing, that's going to be money. Marino had a bad goof today too. But, he's also coming off of an injury. It's his first game back. I'll give him a little bit of a pass there on that. Dougie, it's been like a consistent thing here, and also we should say this is like the first time since since October, I think, that we've had our full lineup out there. With Palat getting hurt for so long, Marino being out, Bastian being out. This is the first time we've had our full complement of players out there on the ice since probably like the third game or fourth game of the season. When did Palat get hurt? Fifth, sixth game, something like that? It was very early on.
Yeah, very early on.
It was very early on. So,
well, the Devils have come a long way since opening night. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, they have. They have. And we should be happy with this win. Did they play the best they could? No, absolutely not. They blew a 3-goal lead. Don't like seeing that. But they still found a way to get to the OT. Because honestly, I didn't even think they were going to make it to the OT in that last 5-6 minutes of the third period there. I really didn't know if they were going to make it to the OT to at least get that point. But they found a way to get that point and then get it into OT. And when they get to OT, man, look out. They are just fire. You can't mess with them because they'll burn you. They will burn you. There's not very many teams in the 3-on-3 action that can hang with the Devils like that. So they've been using it to their advantage. Not like we want to go to overtime in every single game, though. So they got to just shore up that defensive side a little bit more. And I think they will. I think that they will. But really, the one that's standing out right now, unfortunately, is your $9 million man in Dougie Hamilton with the defensive miscues. So they got to get that figured out. And hopefully they will. Because we got another game. Where are we playing in Seattle? Thursday. Yeah. That's going to be another tough test over there. Because the Kraken are kicking some ass this year.
Yep.
So it'll be a great test for the boys. Okay, shake off the rust from the All-Star bye week, excuse me. And now let's get down to business. All right? You kind of made our way through this one. You used the power of Jack Hughes, the offensive power of Dougie Hamilton, because don't forget he got 3 assists. Like to see Palat. That was a great sign. Seeing Palat getting going there, getting those 2 goals. Mm-hmm. That was good. Jesper Bratt slamming home that one-timer. You get Jesper Bratt scoring as well. That just makes his team so much more potent. So once he gets on a burner, I think a big one too. 2 guys that I like to see start turning up a little bit. Igor Sharangovich. And we'll see Dawson Mercer start to do a little bit more. That third line all season has kind of been a bit of a black hole, where it seems anyone that goes to that third line just like whoop, nothing. Like Tatar went down there, and now all of a sudden we don't hear anything from like Thomas Tatar. I feel like when he was playing up with Nico, when he was playing up with Jack, it was like Tatar, and now suddenly he goes down that third line, and it's just like nothing. Halla. Well, we all know about Eric Hall, but at least he was putting assists up on the board. Dawson Mercer as well. We haven't heard too much from him. I don't know why that third line. Even when they moved the BMW line up to the third line, they all went like silent. So I don't know what it is with the third line this year that doesn't seem to be working so well.
Maybe we should move Jack Hughes to the third line. Maybe he can spark.
Just double shift him?
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't we just double shift him? Just keep Jack out. Why don't you just play Jack the whole game? Just let him out there the whole entire time,
He could probably do it.
I bet he could. I wouldn't mind seeing it either. Because he's that damn good. We'll see about Zetterlund. He looked good the last 2. He looked good tonight playing with Jack, but everyone looks good playing with Jack. But same thing, when they move Zetz down to that third line, silence. So whatever's going on with that third line, for whatever reason, they need to figure that out and get that going. We'll see what happens with it. You know. But Jack Hughes is going to lead the way. Nico Hischier, Jesper Bratt, Dougie Hamilton, offensively, Devils are going to score. Offense is not the problem here. Goaltending this year is not the problem. Just got to shore up that defense a little bit more and stop giving up those breakaways and, you know, some of these offensive forwards just walking right around some of these guys.
Yeah, you gotta beef up the beefalytics on this roster. You can't, again, you know, I also want to point something out as well. The Tkachuk boys, you know, picking on Nico, Matthew, and then Brady picking on Jack on that dangerous play in an exhibition game, essentially. You know, you're gonna eventually play teams that are gonna be doing that kind of stuff, and you can't allow that to happen. You can't. And if you're gonna make trades at the trade deadline, I would beef up with those type of players if it's not going to cost you your future like Timo Meier would. That's all I'm saying.
We'll see how it goes there. And Ted, by the way, that's Sidney Crosby, if you remember correctly. His name is not Crosby. It's Crosby. Yeah, Sidney Crosby. Let's get to some you versus woo, our score predictions that we've been doing all year long here on Devils After Dark, exclusively on the Let's Go Devils Podcast Network, brought to you by our good friend Dave Singer and his VictoryBucks.app foundation that has been funding the Mrs. Wu retirement fund, I guess, or something like that. I don't know. Dave's been a very nice guy, and we're looking forward to meeting Dave. Here he's coming into town for the February 25th $500,000 party, and also the 2003 Stanley Cup celebration. If you can't get tickets because we know it's a hot ticket in town, guess what? We're going to be having a viewing party over at American Whiskey. We're going to have Game Day Live with Vinny Parisi, Sam Wu, Shorts Guy. We're going to have Devils After Dark with me, Sam, the whole crew. Nick Villano, I hear, is going to be in town. Beer Baron will be there. The whole crew will be there. So make sure you get out. Even if you don't have tickets to the game, just come down to American Whiskey, and we are going to party all day long.
Plus, DJ Shelley will be there as well.
DJ Shelley's going to be there. A whole bunch of people going to be there. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's get to our score predictions right now. Sam, now was Shorts Guy on? Was he on the Game Day Live? Because I was working. He was not on. He was on Game Day Live. Okay. So what did Vinny Parisi have for his score prediction today?
4-2 Devils.
Oh, 4-2 Devils. Well, he doesn't get anything, because it was 5-4, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh well. Wah, wah, wah. How about you, Sam Wu? What was your score prediction?
I had 6-2 Devils.
Oh, man.
I was close.
You were close. But just the L's today. No W's, no OTLs for anyone on the score sheet today. So, womp, womp, womp. Anyone else get it right? JP had 4-2. Oh, Ramona gets an OTL. She had 5-1. Okay.
All right.
All right. So there we go. I like it. We're doing our score predictions all season long here on Devils After Dark, so thank you for playing along with us. We're going to be back on Thursday. Don't forget, before that, though, Sam will be having some Woo reports going on. We're going to have the State of the Fan address with Nick Villano from Pucks and Pitchforks on Wednesday night. And then, of course, Game Day Live before the Seattle Kraken come to town here in Brick City, Newark, New Jersey,
take on your Devils Thursday night. And, of course, we'll be talking about it right here. Devils After Dark post-game action exclusively on the Let's Go Devils Podcast Network. I want to say thank you to everyone over there. American Whiskey Thinning Out. Thank you to Peyton and all the bartenders. Thank you to everyone on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch. Going to turn it over to Sam Wu for the final goodbyes.
Dropping the podcast at midnight for your morning and afternoon commute. Enjoy the day, everybody. Tomorrow, till next time, let's go Devils.